win as an Indy Racing League driver. This is going to be a dead heat on the outside, and Sam Hornish Jr. and Jacques Lazare, they come to the line. Yeah, Hornish will win it. Sam Hornish Jr. will win the race by a nose.
Helio, you're our hero again.
Sam Hornish Jr. has saved the best for last. Get the cameras back for a photo finish, but Hornish is going to win it.
Brazil.
14 races into the Indy Racing League season, and it's a toss-up for the 2002 title.
I think that we're both the same in the fact that it doesn't matter what else happens. All we really want to do is win the race. And you can go out there and you can win the points and you can do something that nobody else has done before, and you can win $1 million to go along with it. That's all great. But, you know, I remember when I was 5 years old racing a bicycle against it didn't matter, just be able to say you won.
The season finale at Texas Motor Speedway will sort it all out. The winner, $1 million richer.
Well, my plan is to have 13 points ahead of this guy here, you know, so obviously if he pretends to win, I need to be ahead of him no matter what on Sunday. I'm sure it's going to be a good battle, as always, over here, and I'm sure it's going to be decided this championship on the last lap of this race.
Fans have come to expect fantastic finishes in the IRL. The championship looks to be no different.
Well, I think as you saw the points chase rocket back and forth between Hornish and Jill and Helio, we knew it was going to be tight.
I think it's great. I think Pennzoil team did a great job. Also Sam driving the car. Martin Penske, no doubt, to be the first year being contender. It's been extremely great, you know, and I guess that's what the series and the fans want to see. You know, it's like who's going to win, who's going to be in the front. You have to have those kind of situations because that's what creates the excitement.
Sam Hornish Jr. must protect a 12-point lead in Sunday's Chevy 500. Finishing first or second secures him the title.
We've had quite a few first or seconds this year, and that kind of makes it tough because you don't want to feel overconfident.
We got a lot to do. And, you know, Hornish, of course, has got a lot of pressure on him. This is a fact. You've got to finish this race. That's the first thing you have to do. Then at that point, you got to be sure you finish enough ahead of the person that you're trying to chase or follow.
Sometimes the last race of the championship is what everybody remembers for the following season. So I'm sure it's going to be a war again.
I don't get nervous at all. I get antsy, but not nervous. You know, I'm ready to go. But, you know, the guys on the team are so good, done it so long, that if you get nervous, you shouldn't be doing it.
I'm very proud of my team. The team is doing a hell of a job, you know, putting all the equipment together, being competitive on the field already, special being challenging in the championship, you know, and I'm extremely happy.
Both teams try to approach this weekend like any other, but it's not.
It's so hard to maintain that championship run, and to be as close as we are now, we're pretty excited about Sunday, and Sunday can't come fast enough.
Radio check. That's it. Sam, we've changed ECU. The traces on the ECU look all spiky, but on the pie they look fine. I'm suspecting there might have been something wrong with the engine management unit. Coming in, fuel pressure lights on. It's on fire, burn it out! Bunches of water, boys, it's gonna burn when we take this off. On fire, boys!
An oil line connection breaks, causing a fire under the engine cover. Team Panther scrambles.
Where's the T-car rocket?
Ready for a situation like this, the spare car is nearby and ready to roll in minutes.
And fire if we're ready here warming up.
Okay, give us 2 laps and in for an installation check, please. Can't see because the car is too high. It's a nightmare.
Sam's rival isn't faring much better.
Terrible, terrible, terrible. I cannot make one turn. It looks like a roller course. It's terrible, terrible. We got the terrible part. We ended up P11. Good job.
Despite his problems, Castroneves heads back to the garage with a 60-lap advantage over Hornish.
Sometimes we start bad and end up happy, so I don't want to think about anything right now, and let's think actually on the race day and the checker flag, dream about it.
Right now, both drivers dream of a competitive car, but their crews are living a nightmare. The pressure begins to build. The Indy Racing League's title bout is not just driver versus driver. It's also mechanic versus mechanic, engineer versus engineer, specialist versus specialist.
I don't think as a team we've put any pressure on anybody, but I think individually you put pressure on yourself. You know, it's never been done before in the IRL with back-to-back champions.
To win any race, you've got to have perfect everything, perfect stops, a perfect car, you know, and in order to get that, everybody has to do their job.
Team Panther suffers another setback when Sam's teammate Dan Weldon hits the wall. That's 2 strikes against the defending IRL champs.
What happened, Rick?
They got 1 car left.
For today, for the session you're talking about?
No, they have 1 car left.
There are no secrets in pit lane, especially when your nemesis is your neighbor.
Helio says if you need a car, he'll trade you his spare car for one of your engines.
Okay. Okay. One of our engines, that. Okay, that don't have to be a good one, though, does it?
The T on the 4T stands for tread lightly. This is Panther's last car.
The Pennsylvania Panther crew is pretty resilient like that. They go out and they do whatever it takes to make the car fast. And, you know, we're still learning a little bit. We're pretty much a session behind, but, you know, we'll continue to work on it. And we know what we need to do for qualifying, so we're not really worried about that. We just go out and do whatever it takes to make the car fast for the race, because that's all that's really important. You just got to have a car that's going to work good high and low and be able to run wherever you want to on the track.
Back looking outside, coming outside, just looking.
Yeah, the car turns fine. The car is good right now. I can stay on the bottom if I want to.
Try the inside if you can.
Dancing with danger, the title contenders run inches apart, and it's only practice.
Actually, I lost my breath away, but but I guess that's the way that this track able to give chance to everyone, you know. So it's good when you race with guys that can respect you. So at least you have a lot of fun.
Just trying to figure out what the car's going to do. Every time I tried to get away from him, there he was again. So probably pretty much how it is on race day.
Yellow, 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 yellow.
Probably it's lost enough of the end plate to move the center pressure back.
Strike 3. Hornish makes contact with Helio's teammate, Max Pappas.
I can tell you how the 6 cut his tire. Brake checked him, and then the consider was doing it.
Team Panther reaches back into their toolbox, looking to mend another case of bad luck.
There's probably weekends, you know, a lot of times when you just feel like you wish you weren't there. But not many with you know, the Panther team, because we run so good all the time that the little setbacks just put a bit more challenge in it for us.
The crew will work all night trying to repair the damage of a day they will soon forget. A new day brings new hope for Panther Racing.
Friday the 13th wasn't very good to us. My primary car caught on fire. Just a little parts failure nobody could have foreseen.
And then we had a close call out there on the track, and then Daniel had a problem, and kind of feel bad over the whole deal.
We've been through that before, so really, you know, you got to just take the frustration out of it and do what you get paid to do, and that's your job.
After a late night, the Panther crew manages to restore Sam's primary car.
How was the car?
The car was pretty good, probably a little bit overstock all in all. I think it is an improvement.
Team Penske's success in their first IRL title campaign has come on small, flat tracks. Texas is the complete opposite.
These bigger tracks, probably from an aero standpoint, we've been somewhat at a disadvantage. It's not an excuse, but it's just the facts of life. And I think that overall, you know, coming in, we knew it was going to be tough. It has been tough.
I guess it's a combination. Most of it here is not much of the setup of the car, but it's power-wise. And I guess maybe we didn't find enough tune engine or find enough tune a little bit aerodynamic. You know, it's always a little trick that might compromise the speed. And but again, it's a situation that we have to deal with. And now we're here, and we can just try. We have to work hard, keep our focus, and go for it.
Off of turn number 4 through the dog leg. Here is Sam Hornish Jr. completing lap number 1. 23.7165 seconds. That's a speed of 220.859 miles an hour. A good lap for Sam Hornish Jr.
Hornish settles for the inside of row 2.
It's a good place to see the beginning of the race and kind of settle in and get going. Plus, we have an opportunity to lead some laps up front also. Hopefully, I don't see that 3 car too often.
We keep an eye on Helio Castroneves, who looks to try to hustle this car up to the front of the grid. Let's see what he'll do on the second lap. He's already got his hands off the wheel, pounding the wheel as he crosses the line. 2:3.9536. Second lap is slower.
Helio starts 10th.
Well, my car is good on the traffic, no doubt about it. And yesterday, Friday, last session was pretty much the same. Unfortunately, we didn't find the speed on the qualifying. Let's keep our heads up. It's not over. It's just going to create more excitement.
Momentum has taken another turn. Advantage, Team Panther.
Seems like when we do that, we always go quicker. For some reason, we wreck a car. I don't know if it's something, you know, Sam gets more determined or what, or we get more determined or everybody gets more determined. We just seem to go quicker when something happens like that.
Everyone uses the track during final practice, but nobody says you have to share.
Still inside, still there, still there. Still inside, about a half car, coming back, coming back.
Another risky run has both sides holding their breath, but Helio comes out quickest.
You okay there?
Yeah.
Julio?
Yeah, at one point, my wheel was like this, and his wheel. I was like, buddy, you crash in our race, I'm going to crash, you're not going to race. We both are going to go to hostile.
Practice puts on a great show, but the next time these cars hit the track, it's for keeps.
This is another race. Obviously, there's a lot more at stake. But again, to me, we have to take this in stride. Our pit stops have got to be good. So this has got to be perfection from a driver's standpoint, from a preparation, and then certainly you got to have Lady Luck running with you this weekend too.
You can't really relax. You know, you go home at night, you don't really sleep. You sleep, but you don't get any sleep. So, you know, because you're always trying to think and make sure you haven't forgot anything.
No difference in Indy. You position yourself with the ability to win, and it's going to be your day or it's not going to be your day.
It's been quite a long week, and you think about all the scenarios, and you could drive yourself nuts, you know, doing that. So everything's been, you know, just kind of put everything in the back of the mind, go out there, try to win the race, and really that's all we need to worry about.
I'll be honest, butterflies going on right now, you know, and I'm sure I'll be like, oh my goodness, let's go, you know, I can't wait anymore. But that's part of the game, that's part of the feeling, and hey, I really enjoyed this moment.
men, 200 laps, 1 trophy.
Motor racing, you can't predict anything until the checker flag, so hopefully we're going to be there in the end.
I was the hunted, now I'm the hunter.
Just going to go out there and push hard, try to win the race. Of course, that's what we're here to do. And, if you do that, then the points take care of themselves. It still is kind of tough to finish first or second, but we'd like to win, so, we're gonna work on that. We might both have a bad day, or we might both have a good day, so it could come down to the wire. It could be decided within the first 50 laps. Just have to wait and see.
Today, the Indy Racing League crowns a champion.
This is probably the most anticipated day I've ever had in racing. We just have to do the best we can do, and if we win the championship, then we got what we deserve.
This is what we've worked for all year, and to be able to put ourselves in the position to be fighting for a championship at the last race of the season. And, we're the pit stops today. We've got to perform them as perfect as we can. We've got to keep the driver out in that lead pack. Once we get done with that last pit stop, we're going to sit back and become race fans, because if it's anything like Chicago, this is going to be a heck of a shootout at the end.
How you approach each pit stop, how you approach the race beforehand and that type of thing, that's all the same. Obviously, it's just the finality that there is no tomorrow, there is no next weekend or what have you, where the points end, that's it. So, you've got to put yourself in a position, but I don't think that we'd race any harder than we've ever raced.
Well, I think every championship is special. Certainly last year doesn't mean we have any chance, better or worse, to win this year. It's all about the teamwork and the consistency.
It's Open Wheel Racing's version of the shootout at the OK Corral.
We'll be waiting for you, my friend.
I don't have any magic words, so whatever happens here, let's leave with our heads high today.
All the practice and patience is about to pay off.
Green, green, green.
The leader by 12 points in the Indy Racing League Championship chase, trying to make his way to the front. Sam Hornish Jr. right now flexing a little muscle, working on a 5.3 second lead. See now Helio Castroneves, the other driver in the points championship here. He has 12 points back, and he is now running fourth.
Sam leads Helio into the pits. Now their crews are in control of the championship.
Sam Hornish Jr. is in for his stop. He has asked for no changes in the Bengal Panther Delara. Helio Castroneves directly behind him. We have a 10-second stop. We did see one turn of front wing going into Helio Castroneves' number 3 machine.
Fans are on their feet watching the leaders right now duke it out in turn number 1. Hornish and Helio Castroneves side by side.
Learning the low line, you'll need that later. You should have the high side all the way up through the 67.
Hornish pits on lap 87.
Problem in turn number 2. Mark James just below you. 2 cars up against the wall. Looks like Jeff Ward and Hideki Noda.
Bad timing sorts Sam down the order. He sits in 7th.
Helio Castroneves will complete lap 104 as the leader.
We're halfway home.
Helio earns an extra point for leading the most laps.
We get going. If you can't leave, just tuck in behind someone. Don't race them. It'll just take longer for Hornish to catch up.
Keeping our eye on Sam Hornish, and Sam really having to work his way through a lot of lap traffic there, JP, to make his way back to the front of this pack.
Now the real race begins.
He looked like he was shot out of a cannon when he passed Al Lester Jr. down the back straightaway. He pulls even with Helio Castroneves. Might have him by a nose. It is Hornish by a nose.
I do know one thing, though. You got one quick hot rod today.
Are you ready, Sam? Any changes? No changes. Keep an eye on the 3 car. Let us know what it does.
Slot 1, Helio. Slot 1 and go like hell.
Helio's lead means nothing if Sam finishes second.
We race wheel to wheel there, get back in sync with him, and I don't think we got as good a chance. Same for him.
Helio Castroneves and Sam Hornish Jr. battle to the final lap, the final turn of the season.
54 laps of fun this year.
This sprint car race, Sam, anywhere from the grass to the wall of the racetrack.
My goodness, Mark, what a move by Helio Castroneves. They are literally separated by inches side by side as they come off of turn number 4.
Oh, they almost touch at the exit of the 2. They may have, in fact. The guy who's had the high line usually has the advantage on the last lap here at Texas Motor Speedway. Sam may be just where he wants to be with 2 laps to go.
This is getting excited, huh? Ball over your butt. Stay tight. Stay tight. You gotta do it at the line. Do it at the line.
Here we come. Once again, it's going to be at the line. The winner's going to be Sam Hornish Jr.
We are the champions, Sammy. Hell of a job, buddy. Take a victory lap.
By 96/10,000ths of a second, Sam Hornish Jr. has won for the 5th time this season, and he is the 2002 Indy Racing League champion.
You are the man.
You're my hero, buddy. You're the man.
Hey, man, good job. Wow. Good job, man. Awesome. I tried.
I know you did. I never doubt that.
Hey, good job, man. Tell Roger. Proud of it.
Just shows you, how competitive we've been all year, and Sam drove a terrific race. They helped each other in the traffic there at the end, but, what a way to finish, 25 laps side by side.
Wow, what a fantastic series. I mean, I couldn't be happier. Obviously, I want to win the championship, but unfortunately, that's not the way we'll go. He was the best. It's great to challenge guys like that. He did a hell of a job. That was incredible. I mean, it couldn't be more exciting. What a great finish. Hey, we start racing against each other all the way through until the last lap. Like I said, we're going to be the last lap of this last racetrack, and what a fantastic finish.
I tell you, when this team's got its back against the wall, that's when it's at its best. Truly awesome, everybody. Great team to be with. Very proud of everyone.
Oh, it definitely is very sweet. The guys worked so hard this year, and we had a couple downfalls, but the guys really just put their all into it. And we did everything that we could do in our power, and it ended up working out pretty good for us. A lot more left to do yet. I got to win an Indianapolis 500, at least one of those. That's my goal.
6 first-time winners, 8 races decided by less than a second, and 1 incredible title fight. The 2002 Indy Racing League season will go down as one of the best ever.